The first time I ever went to JOs was when I was a 14 under, and it's great to be able to pass the torch down to the kids. And as an official, my first JOs was in 2019. There was no Texas Junior Olympics, so it's great that we get to go out to Texas for session 3 and see all the teams from across the country. JOs has expanded and allowed teams from multiple levels to have competitive games with the highest quality of refereeing.
Generally at JOs it's super fun because we get to like collaborate as a team, kind of more of like a family atmosphere. We know that the assignments are going to come later in the day, so we all kind of grab dinner together at a restaurant, break bread. So usually around like, I don't know, 10 o'clock it'll pop open, and the first question is like, do you have a ride to this pool or do you have a rental? Who are you going to work with? And then get prepared. Try to get a good night's rest and make sure in the morning when you wake up you got your hydration ready to go. I like to kind of prepare by listening to some music, some good tunes. Some referees like to read the rule books one more time. I usually do that on the flight to JOs, and then you just kind of go through the motions. I usually like say a little prayer before the game just for everybody, make sure nobody gets hurt and things like that.
The best part about JOs for me is that I get a chance to see different coaches and different athletes running different offenses, defenses, and you get feedback from coaches and athletes and, kind of our lead referees. I think the hardest part about refereeing is sometimes things can get just as stressful for us as the athletes and coaches, because just like everybody else, we want to do the best job we can. Nobody's intentionally going out to make mistakes, because we will take 1 or 2 calls home with us after every event and wish that we would have done something differently. But I think the other part that's been really good is being able to work with some up-and-coming referees. I am just absolutely blown away by those folks.
We have a lot of evaluators which all the time give feedback, and they look at different things, the way we walk, hand signals, how to look at transitions. So just a lot of learning. Every game is just different.
Good, close, well-played games, well-coached games, the fans cheering appropriately and all that. That's a great part of this. These are opportunities for kids to grow and get life lessons on how to, and water polo. I mean, you're overcoming adversity all the time. So seeing that and being able to help them get to the point where they have a fair game and they're able to play to their best with good quality, consistent officiating and have a great time.
Sometimes you are going to have games where people are not going to be happy, When that happens, I try to just kind of like diffuse things. So most of the time, if it's a rules question that they don't really understand, then I'll go ahead and shoot a quick explanation. But if it's one of those that it's very inappropriate and, it's really, it's not the best for our sport, we're definitely going to go ahead and use the appropriate steps, which would be contacting a site manager and having the site manager go ahead and talk to that parent. And sometimes we can talk to the coaches too and just say, hey, at an appropriate break, hey coach, there's a parent in the stands. If you can, try to have a talk with that parent. And the coaches do their due diligence, especially at a national championship. They understand that we want to have this sport something that continues to grow, and the best way to do that is have good sportsmanship.
I've only been reffing for almost a year now, and so just doing JOs in itself and seeing different situations of the game that still surprise me to this day. Learning a lot, and it's been an awesome experience, and I hope to learn a lot more.